How good was Bully is the question I asked in the first part of this video last week, where we looked at everything you can get up to inside of the school of Bully, like flushing people, sticking people in bins, causing huge riots via conveniently placed marbles and so on. But there's a lot more to Bully than just beating up nerds and going to class, a lot more after you complete the first chapter of the game. Bullworth Town is now available for exploration, as well as some other features like, after conquering the bullies you can now hire Russell to be your bodyguard, which is really handy against the big jock cunts. The big man will just destroy everything and everyone in his path, which is quite nice. You have new classes to attend, like Shop, which is surprisingly difficult, as you had to have the hand-eye coordination and reactions of a fucking brain surgeon just to pass the class, but you're rewarded with a bike and even better bikes the more Shop classes you pass, and you'll be needing that bike to get around Bullworth Town, which you now have access to. You've got a bunch of odd jobs here and there that you can be getting on with to earn some cash, and you're gonna need that cash, trust me. Run some deliveries dressed as some fucking chips, or cut some grass as a job this time, not for punishment. There's a few things in town that young Jimmy Hopkins will have to get used to. You are treated like an adult outside the school, and that means that when you try to fight adults, they'll fight back and not send you back to school, but send you into a coma. Instead of prefects chasing you and putting you into class or detention, you can get a chase off the police, who'll send fucking cars and everything after you to arrest you. The best area of the town though has to be the carnival. Lots to be getting up to here. Carnival games that cost $1 to play for the chance to earn you tickets you can exchange for prizes, and just like real life, you're gonna need a fucking barrel load of tickets to get anything decent back for them. I mean, you could get yourself some incredibly strange hat, but what you really want to be saving up for is this bad boy, the scooter. Cancel any plans you've made for the next 2 weeks, cause that's how long it's gonna take for you to grind out enough tickets to get the keys for this machine, but we'll get back to that later. In the meantime, chill out at the freak show, place a cheeky tenner on these two wee guys' boxing match, and after that, go do some go-karting, and if you do some even more grinding, you can unlock the go-kart to scoot about in. Time to focus though, you've got some preppies to deal with, and when I say deal with, I mean punch repeatedly in a few boxing matches of your own, and your reward for successfully doing that, your own fucking beachside mansion, if mansions had one room and a bunch of boxes lying around in it. Still though, it has a poker table, a bar, and most importantly, a bed to sleep in, which comes in handy as it means you don't have to trek back to the school to get into bed seconds before you pass out from exhaustion. The house also comes with some free chibs to set about people with, but let's get back on track. We come across this girl called Pinky, who has pretty expensive taste and a strong sense of entitlement, which means wee Jimmy has to do everything she asks, which includes clearing the queue to get into the cinema for her, even if that means stealing someone's bike and going on a romantic walk with Eunice here behind the cinema to let your mouths become acquainted. Pinky definitely appreciates it though, and before you know it, Jimmy's got himself a date with her at the carnival, which is a great excuse to work your fucking arse off collecting these tickets to get that scooter. Although there's a minor setback when you have to splash 10 tickets in the prize tent on a teddy bear for Pinky. 10 tickets? I'm no made of money, hen. Under the fucking thumb already, but anyway, she fucks off after that and we can get back to work. Fuck off! After what feels like a decade, your thumb is probably mangled and your A button is nothing more than some green dust, but you've got the 75 tickets required for the scooter, thank fuck. Better get some sleep before you take it out for a spin though. You get in trouble for riding it without wearing a helmet, but I don't really see why. We can now get about Bullworth at some speed, get into the clothes shop to buy an overpriced school uniform. Who said the game isn't realistic? Unfortunately though, we can't use our scooter in the bike races, which is a bit disappointing. The prep storyline culminates in us beating the ever-loving shite out of everyone and taking over their wee boxing club. No bad. Now it's Christmas time and we have a new, well, not new, more run-down area of Bullworth to mess about in, but before that, time to square go a snowman and have a snowball fight. Santa's alter ego makes an appearance and he has us doing a few dodgy activities for him, like getting into a fight with a more respectable Santa and his team of angry elves. A few swings of a baseball bat will take care of them and his grotto though. I obviously don't want to spoil too much of the game, as I'm sure there's some people watching this who have never actually played Bully, so I'll leave the rest of the storyline up for yourself to discover, but before I wrap things up, let's have a quick look at one of the staples of any Rockstar game. Cheat codes. There aren't many in this game and you have to enter them in such a weird way by plugging in a second controller and entering the codes with that. Who the fuck figured that out? But anyway, like the marbles escapade I mentioned before, one of my other favourite activities to do in the boys' dorm is to enter the cheat codes for all weapons, which includes the rubber band ball and unlimited ammo. You can see where this is going. Launch about 50 of those rubber band balls and watch Armageddon unfold. No one is safe from these boss. So how good was Bully? I'm gonna say decent. I'm just kidding, I fucking love Bully, and it's up there with not just my favourite games of PS2 but of all time, and it's a shame that if they ever announce a remaster or a sequel to Bully, I'll never get to play it because I'll probably die from happiness. Please leave a like on this video if you've enjoyed it and let me know what you thought of Bully. Also let me know which other games you'd like to see me ask the question of how good was. Have a nice day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.